survive.
Isfahan is the old Persian capital, and Iranians are quick to point out that while the Arabs brought Islam to this place, their own history, culture, and language are separate and distinct. Iranian families come here from all over the country to reaffirm their national roots. What is it that you want them to know? What do you think should give them pride in their history and in their culture?
I can't always be with them. My kids need to know their roots. When you know your culture, a lot of problems will be solved. A person has a lot more confidence knowing their history.
This is, after all, a country with a 2,700-year history, entitled, Iranians believe, to international respect. One of its earliest leaders, Cyrus the Great, fashioned a code of human rights over 500 years before the birth of Christ. Persian art, poetry, carpet weaving have been hallmarks of culture and civilization throughout the world. Iran, located at the crossroads of East and West, was a rich global power long before oil and natural gas were of any interest. In Isfahan, on this warm September morning, the crowds emerging from Friday prayers are cheerful. The V is sort of a friendly hello. Until a ticket taker, apparently aware of our camera, concerned perhaps over a missed opportunity, prods the crowd into a tepid round of "Death to America, Death to Israel." There is neither enthusiasm nor is there any sense of anger. There is also a more recent entry to the litany of post-prayer slogans. Nuclear energy is our indisputable right. That doesn't generate much excitement either. Still, we repeat, reinforce, and become prisoners of our stereotypes of one another. They do it, we do it. It's just a word, but it is simultaneously ugly and contemptuous. It's a word that most Americans don't use, but altogether too many Americans still do. One word that lumps everybody in this region together: Kurds and Azerbaijanis, Persians and Arabs, Sunni and Shia Muslims. A word that dismisses their religion as bloodthirsty, their history and their culture as irrelevant. That word, ragheads. But take a look at what that culture and that history produced. That glorious mosque over there was built in the 1600s. It was a royal mosque in those days, built at just about the time that the Shia branch of Islam became dominant here in Persia. And over there is something a little more contemporary. In the foothills of those mountains, Isfahan University, site of one of Iran's nuclear research facilities. Rahim Batayi, one of our guides and interpreters, is a passionate defender of the Islamic Revolution, was himself a member of the Revolutionary Guard. Do you worry that the United States might attack Iran?
I'm worried for me, myself, for my people, and for my children, for my family.
Why do you think that's a danger? Why do you think America might attack?
It's from the news, from what they did in Afghanistan, from what the American government, the United States administration did in Iraq. Because I myself personally at the beginning didn't believe that Americans are going to Iraq. I said, okay, it's just propaganda. But later it happened. So now it's the same thing in Iran. Why American government and administration is not worried about Pakistan, which they have got this atomic bomb already? And they are related to Taliban, they are related to terrorist groups, who were backing the terrorists, and they have done it already. In Iran, in terms of Iran, you say, okay, there might be some relations between Hezbollah, Iran, and some of these bombs might slip into hands of Hezbollah. Yeah. But why not worrying Saudi Arabia, which have got a lot of money, and nowadays they're still backing terrorist groups? Why such a worry? I mean, is it possible to punish someone before he or she commits the crime? Is it possible to say Iran might commit this in the future, so okay, let's go and punish them right now?
That's the United States these days believes it is necessary to preempt, because if such a thing were to happen with a nuclear bomb, Then afterwards, it's too late. Rockets to Americans, especially those accompanied by a television crew, are a scarce enough commodity in Isfahan that we draw a small crowd. One war veteran shows me his scars and asks why America had backed Saddam against Iran. This boy simply wanted to know about my job. Another man wanted to say hello to our president.
He's saying hi to Mr. Bush.
Now, ask him. This morning, tell him, everybody here, there was a big crowd yelling, death to Bush, death to America, and now he's saying hi to Bush. Which one should I believe?
Bush خوبه یا بده بالاخره. He likes Mr. Bush.
He likes him. Good. I'm glad to hear that.
They are good people. I love America. We love America.
The kids are predictably, if mildly, rebellious. If the Iranian government routinely criticizes America as a source of corruption lacking in values, you can count on the young to treasure everything